You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, I'm so pleased to be chatting with Windsor native, now based in Toronto, Kelsi Mayne. How's it going, Kelsi?
What's up, Patrice? I'm good. How are you?
I am doing really well, thank you. I know we were chatting offline a little bit about staying busy during this time of quarantine, but I'm so glad you carved out a bit of time to chat with me because you just dropped a record.
Yeah. So my first one ever.
So exciting. I know I've been following along on social media. You said it's been kind of a 3-year process. Talk to me a little bit about what it's been like to kind of see this project through to fruition.
It's been pretty surreal, to be honest. I was really nervous, actually, to put this out because I wrote 10 of the 11 songs, and it's just something that's just been so private and close to your heart, and then to release it all together at once and just at the mercy of just the general public is a little scary at first. I was fortunate enough to have some of the best Nashville players on it, people who played for like Florida Georgia Line, Dolly Parton, Taylor Swift. It's just like the talent that was in that room in Nashville was unbelievable. And then in the studio there, and then so to have all these people be part of it, and that just put the more pressure on this album. I really wanted it to do well, not only because it's my project, but I wanted it to do well for them too, and I wanted them to be proud of being part of it. But luckily, the response has just been so overwhelming and surpassed all of my hopes and wishes for this album. So I'm completely blown away.
That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, all of the social media has been incredible, very supportive, and it's exciting. It's exciting to hear it. I mean, I've seen you play live lots of times, but hearing some of those tunes and then also a ton of new stuff is really great. The album is called As I Go. Where did that name come from? What inspired it? What's the story behind that?
So that's actually the last track on the album, and I just felt like it suited the album being my first project because basically there's no straight roadmap for this career. A lot of it, it's kind of the story of my life. I'm going to make it up as I go. And so I just felt like it was just suitable for that reason to be the title track. But the concept of it actually came from, so the line in the song is, with my finger up, I'm going to make it up as I go, but the go isn't leaving. But anyways, we just basically wrote the song by making it up as we went, and we were just kind of vibing off of like an Eric Church kind of inspiration, and then but we ended up mentioning Carrie Underwood in it, so it actually pays great homage and tribute to one of the best revenge songs of all time. So I'm really happy and proud of those lyrics.
I know there's tons of stuff to talk about with 11 songs, but I want to talk a little bit about the one song that you chose to put on the record that you didn't write. How did you decide, okay, I've written 10 of these songs, what's the final one that's going to be included in this mix?
So the song that I didn't write on the album is called SOS, and that was written by Sons of Daughters Crystal Lee and Emily and another Nashville writer, Tiffany Goss, her name. But Emily co-wrote my other song, Taking You Home, which is probably my most successful song. It has almost 500,000 spins on Spotify right now, and she had pitched me this song, and it's hard for me to connect to something that I didn't write.
Right.
And it's pretty rare. I think there's just that extra emotional connection when you write a song and you know like the meaning behind it and what it means to you. And when the first time I heard that song, I had that immediate connection to it, and I was like, this reminds me of some of my childhood, like Destiny's Child kind of vibe, and like TLC, and but like mixed with country. So it totally felt like I wrote that song, and I wish I did. There's a really cool moment. I was like, yes, I have to have this one.
That's awesome. Now, again, 11 songs. It's hard to probably narrow down a favorite, but is there any song on the record that you're particularly proud of or has a certain story behind it that you can't ever forget? I know it's kind of like asking who your favorite kid is, but is there something that kind of really stands out for you?
I think it's in between About Time and Surrender. And just because those, I came into the room with both of those concepts, and probably Surrender might nudge it a bit.
Okay.
That song just came so organically, and actually it was weird because I was leaving from another artist's house. I helped her move, is Danielle Bourgeau in Nashville, and she was saying she was going to join me in this rite, and she said, I have to surrender my keys a little earlier than expected, so I can't join you. And so I was like, okay, and then I go off into the car, and then that word just stuck with me and was like just swirling around in my head, surrender. And then so when I got to my co-writer's place, I was like, I feel like we should write something around the premise of surrender. A good practice as a songwriter I've learned from writing with other people is to relate your songs and premises to relationships. And at that time, I was reflecting on my relationship and just kind of going through the emotions of like finally letting yourself be vulnerable and fall for someone and fall in love. And it's that scary feeling of you don't know what's going to happen and what the result is going to be, but just doing it anyways. And so I really wanted that song to show, like, and to kind of give you that feeling of falling and like kind of crashing into water or something like that. So I'm really proud of how we captured that in the production. So I think that one wins for me.
Excellent. Well, fans, you can listen to the entire record and access it online. You can head to kelsimayne.com for some jumping off points to Kelsi's social media as well. One thing I want to point out before we wrap it up is you are currently asking fans to vote on which song they want you to do a music video for. How long is this going on for, and is there a front runner at the present time?
This is going to go on for probably the rest of the month. So the rest of April. We are in April, right? Yes,
yeah, lots of time to vote. There you go.
So, yeah, but I'm looking at the tally right now, and there is not a front runner. It's pretty neck and neck, so every vote counts pretty much at this point. I was hoping that this would help, but I guess it's good that everyone likes everything.
Yeah. Well, you'll see.
But, yeah.
Give it a month. I'm sure there's lots of people who still haven't voted yet. But again, fans, be sure to vote. There are links to that on all of Kelsi's social media, so be sure to cast your vote on which one you would like to see her do a music video for. There is already a music video available for As I Go, which you can also check out online. It is awesome, very powerful, and a very cool music video.
Yes, that one I even edited and color corrected and I even made my own dress in that.
No way.
So there's a lot I'm very proud of making that one, and we crushed some cars with some monster trucks and had some big explosions and stuff. Yeah. So made sure I did all my own stunts. So I'm also very proud of that one too.
All right. Well, Kelsi, thank you so much for chatting with us. Really appreciate it. Before I let you go, you're currently in quarantine. What are you doing to keep busy, and what do you suggest fans try if they're looking for something to keep themselves busy at home?
What I suggest is break out the old board games, do some home workouts, and maybe look up how to play Linja if you are with one or more people. You just have to look it up. It's called Linja.
Okay. I have never heard of that, but I'm going to Google it right after this.
It's like a physical kind of game you play with other people, chopping their limbs off, and then they can't use them, and you only have one move. It's funny. So but it's really entertaining. In addition to those things, I've been live streaming and then also catching up on all of my personal messages. I'm sending out with my CDs. I have like the physical CD, so I'm actually sending out little personalized messages to everyone who ordered one, and yeah, sending those out today.
Amazing. Well, that sounds great. Again, fans, head to kelsimayne.com. We'll include a link with the posting of this interview. Kelsi, stay safe. Thank you so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you when this is all over with.
Thank you, Patrice.